They will not give up the Straits of Hormuz unless we take it back by force. No amount of economic pressure on them, I think, will bend them to do that. They're going to get more violent because as we get closer to the midterms, they want to create a volatile situation that demonstrates that the administration is not managing the war properly, so that will impact them in the midterm elections.
All right, General Jack Keane, last hour, talking to us about a strategic pivot in the conflict with Iran. President Trump now shifting to a more economic pressure message, making the regime feel the pain where it really hurts. Commander-in-Chief telling Axios the U.S. is, quote, low-keying it. Rebeccah Heinrichs, Hudson Institute Senior Fellow. Rebeccah, good day to you. I know you saw the interview and the comments. What do you make of them right now?
Well, I think that when President Trump says that he's low-keying it, we should not interpret that to mean that because we're going to be focusing on the economic pressure against Iran, that the military option is no longer either available or something that the president is actually considering. To me, what this means is, remember the last time we really thought that President Trump was reconsidering a large-scale military operation against Iran again, that message was leaked, and then the Gulf states, especially the Saudis and the Qataris, pressured President Trump to stand down and try to negotiate again. I think now, if the president does decide to reinitiate military activity, it's going to be quiet, Bill. We are not going to hear any indication of that. It's going to be a surprise attack. So right now we're going to be focusing on squeezing the Iran regime while quietly getting oil through the Oman corridor in the Strait of Hormuz.
Okay, a couple of things here. Go ahead and play. Here's the Vice President, J.D. Vance, talking about that strategy. Go ahead. Here's J.D. Vance from Saturday with Kayleigh.
We're just going to keep on applying the pressure that we can apply and getting as much oil and gas out of the Middle East so that Americans can enjoy lower gas and energy prices. So that's the delicate dance.
Okay, so that's J.D. Vance. And when we asked the American people a couple of weeks ago whether or not you support military action against Iran, we found about 56% oppose, 43% support. West Texas crude now is $80. That had been around $75 a barrel. Go ahead and show the poll, guys. 43% support, according to our polling back in mid-July. Rebeccah, if oil is like mid-70s, is that acceptable for the time being?
I think it is for the time being. And if you notice, I mean, I keep checking in to see how much oil is actually getting through the strait. And according to my sources, there's still about 8 billion barrels getting through a night through the Strait of Hormuz, and that's because of the United States' Navy still guiding those ships. So having U.S. military forces there is essential. And then we're also getting oil over through the land routes, about 5 billion barrels. We're still about 13 billion barrels a day, which is far short of the 20 billion barrels a day pre-war, but that's enough for Americans to feel pretty comfortable. But again, Bill, if you look at President Trump's support for the war among his base, it was highest when the United States was actually on the front foot and was making great gains militarily alongside the Israelis. Where support for it began to plummet was when you saw this ceasefire negotiations and the Iranians seeming to feel very confident and very audacious, making demands on the United States. And that's where Americans, I think, are feeling pretty uncomfortable.
Okay, you have to build pipelines faster. Get Elon there and get Musk over there with a Boring Company and get into that sand. Benjamin Netanyahu, he rejected this 15-point peace plan. Play the soundbite. Quick answer on the other side of this. Watch.
Israel does not accept the 15-point document. The IDF will not carry out any withdrawal until Hamas is disarmed. And when I say the disarming of Hamas, it means heavy weaponry, lighter weaponry, all weaponry. And we are talking about genuine disarmament, not fictitious disarmament.
Okay, the Israelis have a point of view on this, all right? That means the Gaza situation is not solved. How complicated could that be?
Well, look, the Israelis are right, and this is not specific to Benjamin Netanyahu. There is no support in Israel at all to permit anything like October 7th to happen again, and that means Hamas has to be completely removed. They're not going to do this sequentially. The problem in Gaza is the radicalization of Hamas, and unless there's de-radicalization and the entire removal of these tunnels and Hamas, Israel is simply not going to leave the region.
Rebeccah, thanks for coming back. We'll talk in a few days, okay? Thanks, Rebeccah Heinrichs.
Thanks, Bill.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.